Ladies and excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very, very exciting show as a self-proclaimed Palmetto State Armory junkie. You can find me wearing my favorite Palmetto State Armory banana shirt, and I have a few other products that are YouTube safe products that I can show. That are some of the things that keep me coming back to Palmetto State Armory. But I'm pumped. We have a really exciting show tonight, and get ready. This is going to be a big one for the books. All right, let's do this. All right, so before we jump in and bring our guests in, let's say hello to the the most important people of the evening, which is you guys. So first tonight we have Kurt, who was first. Kurt 24. You're taking it again. That's all right. That's all right. You can have it. Kurt was first, who is also a channel member, by the way. So Kurt, congratulations. You sir are due at least one high five. Congratulations. Z, what's up, brother? Another channel member. We'll say what's up to all the channel members. We got Z question mark channel member. We got, let's see, Kurt 24. We got Z, Rusty Shackelford. What's up, brother? Another channel member. Boom Thumb Mick Bangy Hand. Trying to say that one quickly. Another channel member. We got Misty Misdemeanor, Miss Wayne. Great to see you. I'm hoping I see your husband in here, but I always wonder, like, when you guys watch these streams together, are you in the same room? Are you just like sitting next to each other? Or that I don't know. It's always just this thing that I struggle with in my head. But anyway, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Let's see, who else do we got? We got Misty Z Safe Line. Safe Line Live. What's up, brother? Thank you for joining us. Another channel member. RIP Dango. Rip Dango. What's up, brother? Another channel member. Jackson. Hey, Jackson, I forgot to get back with you, but I promise I will. Another channel member. Great to see you. Too many choices. He's saying something about 9mm, and no, the dagger will never be made in 40 caliber. I'm just kidding. We have jokes here. Too many choices. Another channel member. Good to see you. Moose 47. Another channel member. Jeff Cron, another channel member. Look at all you guys. Night Custom Builds. What's up, brother? Another channel member. Let's see. Night, Jeff Cron. Let's see. Night, Rip Dingo. Hey, Stephen David. What's up, brother? Thank you for joining. One more channel member. Hey, Tech Money. Salute. I can always count on that. That little salute to, brighten up my evening. But good to see you. Dark, I was dead ass just about to call you. No way. Yeah, well, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, 9:30. Well, sometimes I'm late, but I'd be busy. Great to see you though. Let's see who else we got. Let's see, Kurt 24, Rip, Misty, Bob, Senor Bob. Good to see you, brother. Another channel member. Bob, nice. Oh, snap. We got Full Heart, a brand new channel member. Yo, everybody, please take a moment to welcome Full Heart to the Glowy Squad. Great to see you. And thank you. I appreciate it. And honestly appreciate the support as well. Jackson. But Jackson, I got you. So I got your number. I'll definitely hit you back. Um PSA needs to make storage for beef jerky. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they already had it. I don't know. Good question. Horsepower greed. What's up with another channel member? Uh, Full heart, full heart. I'll work on that. Senor Bob and Jeff Cron and Jackson, what's up? Now, of course, the honorable mentions. We got Tier None. We got Something Original, who did indeed put a 32 ACP through his hand, but he is doing well. He came back on the show, gave us an update, and his hand is as well as it could be after a 32 ACP went through it. So I'm glad that you're okay. But great to see you. Crazy stuff happens here. I'm not gonna lie. CT, what is the JST supply coupon code? You know what? I don't think it's active. If somebody else is in here and they know, try Crumpy, 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 like John Crump, but Crump E, because I think mine may have been, or you could try Dark, code Dark, or Crumpy. But good luck. I'm not sure which ones are active right now. Let's see. Like what PSA has been putting out lately. Now waiting for their Dagger Micro uppers. Yo, the Dagger Micro, I was blown away. And then I also got hit with a channel strike right after I went to SHOT Show, so I wasn't able to post like 24 videos I had queued up. So maybe I should just drop them late. What do you guys think? I don't know. Let's see, something original. Who else we got up in here? Tier None. Let's see. Man, there's so many channel members. It's like I don't really have that many honorable mentions today. Um, yeah, okay. I think we got everyone. Okay, well, everybody, welcome. Thank you for joining us. JC9, there you are, brother. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. And love PSA. We love PSA too. All of us do, and we highly recommend them. Bill Bogan, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. And let me make sure. Goonbeam, what's up, brother? Another channel member. If you guys are looking for the best flashlights for the best cost that won't die, and trust me, I've beat the dog shit out of this thing, and it still works mostly. Don't forget me. I know. That's why I try to hit everybody. Okay, I promise. And look, I hold on. I think they call the 40 cal the stagger. That's great. Yeah, I know we got a little bit of 40 cal versus 9mm going on here. Okay, but it's all right. So you guys know that some of the beliefs that I've shared, my personal beliefs, is that I believe every single person has the right to be armed, and a lot of times we focus on building, but we know that's not the only way to procure firearms. But the reality is that every single person has the right to self-preservation. And I cannot think of a better company to bring on here than someone who is, or a company rather, who has worked incredibly hard at making firearms, modern firearms, as affordable as possible and still good. It's good shit. It's good shit, guys. But anyway, sorry, let me stop. I promise I'm not shilling. We have no arrangement, but I love the company, and yeah, let's go ahead and start it now. So thank you. I appreciate it. Ron Wayne, good to see you, brother. Nate D. Hey, look at that. All you guys are jumping in. I love it. I love it. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. So today, John Rice, good to see you too. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Today we have Josiah and Cameron from Palmetto State Armory. Welcome, gentlemen.
How y'all doing?
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, man, this is awesome. I got to say, I've been a fan of the company for a long time, even well before the AKs. Well before the Dagger world, and everything that you guys have done has just been incredible. Just if you could take a second and kind of, we'll start with you, Josiah, and just kind of let them know who you are, what you do, and if you'd like to, where they can find you on social media and stuff.
Sure. My title right now is
affiliate marketing manager, consumer relations manager, and helping my brother out with whatever else he needs to help out too. So, but I do mainly affiliate marketing. I started just a brief history on the company. Too is how we kind of got to where we are, but it was my brother and myself in the garage for a couple years, and I got tired of my job and working in retail management, and he got a TBI in Iraq, and we wanted to start something, and so that's where PSA got started with ammunition magazines. One thing led to another, making our own ARs, and then the vertical integration, which we'll get into how that's helping people helping folks get firearms at affordable pricing, put them in common use.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love that about your company. That's incredible. So you guys, real quick, before we get to Cameron, you guys literally were two guys in a garage.
Yep, we were two guys in a garage. It was February of 2008 when we started. We had magazines and ammunition. We had Magpul. Let's start out with just magazines. Magpul PMags, CMI, Checkmate Industry, M14, Lancers, and Black Dog Machine 22 conversion mags. And then we started carrying Wolf and Privy Partisan and a bunch of other types of ammo, doing gun shows, and then and starting the online thing. And then one thing led to another. Obama got elected, and things just started taking off.
Oh, so I was actually working in a gun shop when that time, that shift. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It was crazy. I remember us going through. I mean, we had, I guess, probably about 10,000 magazines sitting in that garage, and we all of the there's three of us at the time that were in there, and we just went down to the garage, each grabbed probably about 300 magazines and said, "These are ours," wow, and just in case.
I don't blame you. I got into guns right after like '94, so seeing the transition of like that a little bit after the ban. But we'll get back. Hey, Risky Krisky. And by the way, if you guys don't have a relationship, I'm sure Palmetto State Armory, would be willing to do something. Risky Krisky has an awesome channel. So Risky Krisky, shout out to your channel, and connect with PSA because these guys are awesome.
I know Risky.
Awesome. Yeah, he's a good dude. So Cameron, tell us quick little who you are, what you do with the company, and where people can find you.
Yeah, so I've been with the company 7 years next month. My official title now is brand manager, but I ran manufacturing, the assembly and production and manufacturing for the last 3 years, and I transitioned into the brand manager role about like November-ish. So like I took over the AK line like 4 years ago. I was running QC for 3 years, and then I ran manufacturing for 3 years. But I basically took over the AK line. When I started there, it was like 20 AKs at a time, like on the website. And now we have like almost 600 SKUs. So like, I just kind of like my brain just kind of like, I don't know. I do a lot of like me and Josiah and Josiah's brother just like have this like we just do crazy configurations, and a lot of that's like my brainchild. And so the AK line kind of developed into what it is today, from 20 SKUs to almost 600 SKUs. And so I'm kind of transitioning to kind of pushing the company forward in 2023 and going forward, and keep like developing new items, new accessories, new product lines. We got our R&D and engineering team who do like that side of things, but then once they get the gun done, they kind of get like, hey, here, make it cool, right? So like at SHOT Show, we launched the Saber line, and that's been my brainchild from the summer until launch last month. And so it's just I'm kind of all over the place. I'm like a kind of a Swiss Army knife per se. So I kind of do a lot of different jobs. I still help run the manufacturing facility on the day-to-day. So I'm on the floor with the guys, helping them build guns. I love turning wrenches. So it's in my blood. It's in my DNA. So I can't like stop doing that. But now I'm like kind of not on the floor every day, helping my guys out. I'm more so trying to come up with cool shit and, build cool guns with my homies.
Nice.
He's the gorilla that's torquing the barrel run, barrel notes, just in case anybody wants to know.
Oh man, do you have like some crazy passion for AKs, or did it just kind of happen like that?
I listen, so Jamin was like Josiah's brother Jamin was obsessed with AKs, and it kind of
Mhm.
just filtered onto me, and I just became so like involved and like smothered by it. It became a passion of mine, and like I don't know, it was like an addiction that I've never had before in my life, and
Yeah.
I've been through some shit, but anyway, that's another story. But
Yeah.
I mean, I love AKs so much. I mean, I love ARs, but I kind of feel like, ARs are kind of just everyone has one. That's why I wanted to do the Saber line. I wanted to make cool shit. Like I wanted to, revamp some stuff and do different things. And so I'm just a freedom loving guy, and I just like to build freedom and I want to make cool stuff.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. And by the way, Risky Krisky, you too, brother. Good to see you. And we got to do a collab again soon, Risky. Dude, that's awesome. And it's funny because like people that are like really into AKs, I mean, I've seen guys be like, no, this looks like the edge of one stamp that through decades of weathering and they're like, it's Bulgarian. I'm like, dude, I I would have had no idea. I
Yeah.
look if there's not engraving on it, I love AKs. I got
Yeah.
some Bulgies, I got some Ramis, and a whole bunch of different kinds of stuff. I
I
do
just like
admittedly.
I just love them because it's like a challenge to build, right?
Oh
Like
yeah,
ARs kind of go together like Legos.
yeah,
And like, an AK, it takes some skill, it takes some learning, it takes some,
some
you really
machines.
gotta, yeah, really gotta understand what you're doing to put together an AK. You can't just, put it together, like
Yeah,
an AR, oh, I tighten this, I tighten that, and I click and it goes bang. Like
yep,
it doesn't work like that on the AK side. So,
yeah,
I enjoy the AK line. I'm obsessed with it. I mean, yeah, we'll touch more base on other things down the road and when we're talking
mhm,
here, but yeah, I'll
yeah.
just get off my high horse now.
No, that's great, man. So let's go back, Josiah. You were starting an incredible story. So we're talking two guys in a garage that because over the past few minutes, some more have joined us. So two guys in a garage started Palmetto State Armory, and that
Mhm.
what year was this?
2008, February 2008.
Okay, all right. So walk me through the beginning there. You were talking about the magazines and ammo and kind of how it
Sure.
expanded.
Yeah, it was just magazines, ammunition. We were going to gun shows, working like 100 hours a week, just any way possible to make money. I remember it looked like a drug deal. We were taking cases of ammo and like we wouldn't allow people to come to because it was my brother's house, 50 acres out in the middle of nowhere. So people would order and we would meet at this Food Lion, the grocery store, and I had a Mitsubishi 3000 GT. My brother had a Toyota Corolla, and we would just meet people in the parking lot, like twice a week and stuff. They'd give us money. We'd put the case of ammo in the back of or whatever
Oh
magazines,
my
whatever it
god.
is in the back of their vehicle. But we would do local meetups and stuff. And
Yeah.
some of those original customers are still with us. Every 2 weeks, I have a lunch with some of those original customers, with 5 of them.
Really?
And yeah, so we still have a close relationship with some of those really early passionate guys who, and they help moderate our PSA for them.
Yeah.
But we started out doing that, and then Obama got elected, which things started to get real crazy.
Yeah.
You get a pallet of PMC bronze in. I forget how many hundred cases it was, but that would be gone in like 10 seconds. You put it online, get 1,000 PMags in, bam, gone. And it was just one of those things that it led us to be able to buy a 40,000 square foot facility within the first 2.5 years of starting up a company, which is unheard of.
Yeah.
We were a viable company, very early on. It was no, I don't have a 3000 GT. Yeah,
I
no.
used to love as a kid. I used to love that car.
Yeah, no, I loved it. It was great. It was 5-speed manual. It was a lot of fun to drive, but after a while, all those repair bills add up, and it's better just buying a new car.
Yeah.
But so we so how we got into ARs, actually manufacturing guns, is we ordered PMags from this one company before we went direct with Magpul, and by accident, I believe it was they sent us a box of buffer tubes, I believe, and we were like, this is interesting.
Yeah.
And so it started a quest of finding out who actually made the buffer tube, not the company reselling the buffer tube. So we did like this holy grail thing back. Now people know like who makes the bolt, who makes the carrier, who makes all these different things, who does the forging. But back then people didn't know that. So it was just a matter of getting down to the actual person, the company who made each individual part, including springs. So we did that. But we were still horizontally integrated. And then then you'd have different things happen, in politics, in society, with demand spikes. And then we would kind of get throttled off. And my brother was like, you know what, screw this. So he started, buying companies. Like now, that led into, now we own our own forge our own uppers and lowers. We have our own anodizing facility where we finish it off. We have almost 1,000 CNC machines where we're CNCing even Cameron's AK, the trunnions, carriers, the bolts, and all the different parts and pieces go along with that. We're vertically integrated to the point where it's ridiculous. Like on an AR, we're making virtually every single part except for springs, to include barrels. And so and then taking the AR philosophy, the way of the AR, the leg, it's just Legos for adults, and taking that into the Dagger now, and owning, most of the manufacturing process. It's a beautiful thing, and with AKs as well. But with the Dagger, taking the AR philosophy to pistols, and you can build your own. If you want a new barrel that's a rainbow colored, now, hey, let me buy that. Let me get a new slide, new color.
I saw that. There's a whole lot of barrel options.
What's that?
Sorry, I was just saying there's a whole lot of barrel, like different color options, and threaded, fluted. I had no idea until recently, so that's cool as hell.
Yep, and coming out with new sizes. The one that holds the Dagger Compact holds 15-round magazine. Now we got the full size S, I think they're calling it, that holds 17-round magazine, and they've got a lot of new stuff coming out. You'll be seeing here in the near future some Dagger micro Dagger slides coming out, and some cool stuff in the future here. I know you got some Polymer, the Polymer 80 crowd loves the Dagger parts for obvious reasons and stuff. So
for sure.
We don't sell any 80% stuff, but I know that a lot of folks out there do like us for that, for the AR and for the Dagger stuff.
Yeah, the building community loves that. I mean, for the price, you're talking, whether it's an AR or a Glock style handgun, like being able to grab a complete upper for a Glock for like 200 something bucks, like that's incredible. I can't handle it on stream, but I was so proud. I like the kind of odd or bizarre things. Like most of my handguns are like blue and crazy colors, but I saw this July 4th Dagger slide. It was the battle worn weathered American flag.
Yep.
I got that one, but I got it like super late, and I found it just kind of cruising the the backlinks of PSA. But I also, you guys, a lot of my viewers already know this, but you guys know the banana stuff, all the banana. Okay, so I'm like a total nut when it comes to that. I have every single. So first, I got the shirt. Okay, and you see my wife when I'm wearing a banana shirt of a lady holding a machine gun, like holding our daughter at like public functions and stuff. It's hilarious.
I got one for my kid.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
my god, I had no idea. I need one.
Yeah. I'll see if we have any left. We made like a small batch. We had a guy, so I run like some of our social media side of things, and I like manage all of our AK groups. And there was a guy in there. I think something happened with his daughter medically, and they were trying to like raise money for her medical bills and stuff. And like there was a bunch of pictures of him like earlier on the post, like months before then, of him and his daughter shooting an AKV. And so we did like a whole bunch of special stuff for him, made like special mags, and got a shirt for him, a shirt for her, and we got some kid sizes, and I got one for my 4-year-old.
Dude, that's incredible. I know I'm probably not the only one, but I know a lot of us here would probably pick up some of those. And that the fact that you guys also like kind of integrate with the community and support people that need help. Like that's awesome. And just for you guys out there that if you know or not, the oh, I got to show the side with the sticker. These banana mags, like these are hand painted.
Yeah,
And
100% hand painted. Every single one of them are hand painted,
Mm.
and that logo took a while to come up with. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I could imagine that's it's detailed. And for anyone out there that bought a banana mag, just like, oh, that's cool. Do me a favor, take a punch, pop off the floor plate, and look inside. You will see that the inside is hand signed by the
Mm.
artist, and they got like little bruising on it, like it
yeah.
straight up looks like a banana. So I
Mhm.
got these and the banana
I
buncher.
have a picture I'll show you. So like there's a picture of in the paint room of of all of them just hung up like
Yeah.
every single like
Oh,
just like
dude,
hundreds of them painted like hung up. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
And
awesome.
we've got them for ARs, AKs, and AKVs as well.
So naturally I needed to get those too. So I got the
Yeah.
Yeah,
AR
there you go.
and then the AK. But something is just special about it, like in a Scorpion or the
Yeah.
AKV. It just
Yep.
looks super special. Probably
It
because
does.
it's a little more banana shaped. But I
Yeah.
love it, man. It's all that kind of stuff that's like a little oh, these are just hilarious. But the some people that may disagree with the way that we think, they call them banana mags. So
Mhm.
we have to troll them on their own language.
Yeah.
So
That's why we do meme lowers too.
yes, dude, the meme lowers. Okay, so what are y'all's favorite meme lowers? What about you, Josiah?
My favorite is the original poop flinging gremlin.
Okay.
Cameron's shaking his head, but it's the selectors on it are like poop, no poop, fling poop for full auto. I'll have to go get it in a minute here when Cameron's
That's awesome.
talking. But that, and then the second one was a Space Force one. What happened was the customer was lying about us. Well, he ordered on a Wednesday, and his order wasn't to him by Friday, so he started putting us on blast. And he lived in Arizona, and it was on AR15.com, and he called everybody a bunch of poop flinging gremlins. And because we're vertically integrated, we said they requested a lower be made, so we put in a variance for a poop flinging gremlin. Kind of looks like the gremlin from the movie Gremlins, one of the evil gremlins, and so that's what started the meme lower. That's my favorite one. Is the first one.
So that was the first one. I didn't even know about that one.
Mhm.
That's and the story behind it. That's incredible.
Mhm.
I love that you guys are willing to troll the other side and our own side. It's like I'll tell you, man. I started the company selling jigs, the DLD hardware, and man, I have people that within an hour of placing an order are like, what's going on? This is some kind of scam. I'm like, people just some of their expectations are a little crazy.
It's the Amazon effect.
Yep, that's so true.
Exactly.
But you guys, I gotta say, every time I've placed an order from you, I mean, you guys, for the amount of business, the scale that you're running, I can't believe I get stuff as quickly as I do. It's incredible. So I love.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely gotten a lot better over the last 3-4 years. During COVID, it was tough. I mean, we couldn't build enough. I mean, we were running 10-hour shifts, 2 shifts, Saturdays. I mean, we were building the hell out of freedom every single day, and it wasn't enough. And then, those orders were coming in, and the warehouse was there. I mean, it's nuts. I mean, it's a much more efficient of a machine now, though.
Yeah, very much so. Because you used to see a lot of times on the top of the website, like orders can be delayed up to 20 days or whatever. But you don't see that even, amidst times of really huge demand. You don't see that anymore. We brought in somebody from a very large company to redo our logistics for us, and it's really helped out. We have contingencies for when those high demand times come, and we can ramp things up very quickly.
Nice. Now, I do want to get into the new stuff, SHOT Show, even last year and also this year, which we actually met at SHOT Show, which was really cool. But question first, before we jump into that, do you guys carry? Like, do you guys personally carry each day?
Yep.
Yeah. What
Cameron, what do you carry?
I don't want everyone to know the haters to hate me because I work for PSA, but I've been carrying a 43X a lot lately.
Dude, that's what's in my waistband right now. Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
would be carrying a micro dagger, but I'll settle for this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
carry two guns. If I'm during summer or times where it's just shorts, call me stupid, but it's better than nothing. I have a Ruger LCP.
yeah.
That's for when I don't have enough, but I carry a Dagger in small of my bag most of the time.
Nice. Okay. So like totally factory dagger with the
Mhm.
dagger lower and all that.
Yep, it is. Yep. The only
Nice.
thing special about it was the artist who does the Banana Mag's hand painted muted American flag on there. It looks beautiful.
Dude, that's awesome. Could you tell them something for me? Because I've left so many comments all over the internet saying this. If I could see a factory Glock, like OEM 33 round stick mag with the banana on it, man, I don't care. Name the price, I'll buy it. I need it. I need it. Just to,
But it doesn't look like a banana.
of course not.
Exactly.
But it would be so cool. I know it's crazy. We can dream, right? Nice. Okay, so 43X, and so I also have an LCP, and a lot of people say that LCP stands for little crappy pistol, and it does. I mean, it works. It runs. I carried
Yeah.
a
It goes bang every time.
I took my wife, funny story. So the first one of the first handguns I bought for my wife, to have, and it was an LCP. And I let her go out there. We'll shoot every now and then. Now with the kids, we don't shoot as much anymore. But
yeah.
she was out there shooting like my Glock 17 at the time, and she was like, I like this, full grip, whatever. She went out there and shot the Ruger LCP, and she told me to return it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Just because of the trigger pull.
oh
Mhm.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
It is. Hey, Walter. What's up, dude?
Yeah, he's a good
Tell
guy.
Hank I said hi. And
Safety
Babyface.
hub. Yeah, they're all good. They're all friends of the channel here. We love some Hank and some Walt and Babyface P, which he lost his channel unfortunately. So
Who did?
Babyface P lost his
Really?
YouTube channel. Yeah, during all the craziness at the beginning of the year. So
Gotcha.
it sucks, man. He had like 60,000 subs, and a lot of it was because of the AK stuff that he had on there. But yeah. So shout out to them, man. They're always helping push forward for the fight for our freedom. But yeah, the LCP, man, is, I swear, it's like a full like 1.9 inch trigger pull, and it's ungodly. I mean, it's, I don't know, like probably 6 to 8 pounds, and you have to bring it back all the way to reset it. And for a tiny little pistol, it's still, for what it is, okay, hear me out, 380 is a pretty large cartridge for that small of a pistol. Like when those types of guns were created, like when, even going back to like the AMT, right? Like that 380 was a big cartridge. Like 22s were that size. So a lot of people think like, oh, for like youth shooters or women, or for men with small hands, whatever, they're like, I'll get this tiny little gun, it's great.
Yeah.
And then kids go shoot it, and it throws a fireball this big, and
Yeah.
terrible
Yeah.
trigger pull, terrible
Yeah.
ergonomics.
My wife said it felt like a snake, like trying to like a snake going off in her hands.
Yeah,
Trying to control
yeah.
a snake.
It is snappy. It is,
Yeah.
you have to. I mean, I practice with it, just to stay. I mean, it's a 5-yard gun. I mean, it's not going beyond that.
Yeah. It is effective, especially like I carried the Keltec version of that for a very long time, years and years, probably close to a decade, as like because I was in business attire most of the day, so it was my gun that would help me fight my way to another gun if I needed it. But I would never want to be hit with a 380. It's
No, I'm good.
yeah, good stuff. Yeah.
Hey, am I allowed to go grab a meme lower and show it, or are we on YouTube?
We are on YouTube, but a lower should be okay technically, and we can reference the 1968 Gun Control Act if YouTube has any questions.
Okay, I don't want to get this podcast shut down.
You should be okay. I'll tell you what.
Okay.
If we do get shut down, you will win so much street cred so you'll be
All
good.
right. I'll be right back. I need to grab.
Josiah earning street cred.
Yeah, right.
Shut up, Cameron.
Yeah. So are you more of an AR guy or more of an AK guy, just with everything?
I mean, so I started out as a big AR guy. That's why I came to the company. So, I mean, I've been in the firearms industry for over 10 years now. I worked for Cabela's for a while.
Okay.
And so I went to PSA just to kind of be closer to home and worked my way up at PSA. But yeah, I mean, I've been an AR guy for a long time, but there's just something about AKs that it's just, I don't know, just reminds me of like an old like muscle car, you know, like, I mean, it's just like
Yeah.
something like when you see an AK, you're like, just like, damn, that's sexy. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, I just love the way they feel and look. And, you know, I just love being able to, you know, tweak it and change things on it. So, you know, we kind of went down this rabbit hole of just like, like I told you earlier, I went through an addiction on AKs and just seeing what people are doing online, like chopping barrels, pinning welds and all that stuff. And I was like, well, let's just offer that from the factory and give the customer the chance to just buy it out of the box so they don't have to spend any extra money to go send it to a gunsmith or something, you know?
Yeah.
And that's just kind of how we just kept developing the AK line down the path it went down.
Yeah. It's incredible. And seeing the level of manufacturing that you got, like that is mind blowing. So we can jump into that too. But yeah, so what you got? Yes, Big Fish, this is PSA. Yeah, sorry. So what you got? I can put you on big screen.
All right. So here is the first PSA meme lower. It is PFG, Poop Fleeing Gremlin 15. Serial number is Poop. This is number 6. And then the selector markings are no poop, poop, and fling poop. That was one of them. We kind of trolled the ATF on this one here. This one is it's called the Approval 15. And then form was the serial number. And then selectors, no and no, maybe, but no. And then what was the third one? I can't read it. I don't have glasses on. Yes, but really no. So,
I
anyway.
I have serial number 4473 on that one.
No
Do you really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I like this one because of our thing about building freedom. But we did a couple in the Freedom series. This one is the Freedom 15 America, and then selectors Life, Liberty, and Pursuit. So anyway,
Nice.
this is just a small smattering of our memes.
It's crazy how like, you know, the whole spy balloon thing that happened, you know, a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Like it was like literally like over my house and I'm looking at it like because it came over South Carolina. So I'm like looking at it in the sky.
You actually saw it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you could see it from the house. I mean, it was far as shit away, but you could see it. And so there was a group chat with all like me, Josiah, Jamie, and a bunch of other people in the company. And we're like, we have to do this lower tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And so like we literally were like working on the artwork, the safety selectors on like a Sunday or whatever day that was. And then Monday we had it up on the website for the 11:30 Daily Deal email. Like that's how quick things happen.
I'm saying it's incredible. Like I am seeing like PSA lowers pop up like the day after I read an article about, you know, what the meme is about. I'm blown away.
This is not like I don't joke when I say this. Like this is like an obsession. Like we are gun guys that work for this company. Like we care so much about what we do and like what we're doing for the community and like making firearms. Like this is a big deal for us. So anytime we see a chance, we're gonna go out and get it. It's not just about the money. It's about taking care of and like being a part of like, you know, communicating with the customers and talking to people. That's why I help run these social media pages and things like that. Like they put a face to the name. They know who I am. I comment on posts. If a customer has a problem, I hit them up. I take care of them. Saturdays, Sundays, like it doesn't matter. Like this is like our life, you know.
That's very true. We're a large company. I mean, 1,800 employees, and we're putting out 10,000 lowers, 11,000 uppers a week just on the AR side. And when you have a large company that takes a small company approach to stuff like Cameron's on Facebook and whatnot, I'm on AR15.com. I was on there last night up until midnight talking to somebody. And I mean, when you do that, people really appreciate it. And it goes a long way.
That's and you can tell like, well, first I could tell when you guys came in and Cameron was like, yeah, I just love building guns with my homies, you know. Like it's
listen, we have a sign in the shop. We have 2 signs. One sign says positive vibes only, and the other sign in the shop says we build freedom.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And we
That's
take that
awesome.
shit seriously.
Yep.
M. Gabriel actually says, I love how quick the meme lowers hit. It's so true. The timing is beautiful because if it's too long, it's not going to hit right.
Yep.
Safety Harbor Firearms brings up a good point, and we'll hit on that. So, SHOT
Shut
Show.
up, Walt.
Shut up. No,
No, I'm
so
just joking.
SHOT Show 2023 was awesome. I got to meet you in person, and you're like, who's this guy saying he's dark? He doesn't look dark, but the uh, the booth was nuts, right? Like
Yep.
you had people serving coffee. You had sometimes people will give out a patch and stuff. You guys literally had like patch dispenser containers.
Yeah,
like
we didn't have the time. We didn't have the time to hand them out. There was too many people.
it
Mm-hmm.
was nuts. We did a bunch of videos there. Like you turn around and it's like Jackal, STG 44, Crink. It's like, oh my God. Like, so kind of walk through a little bit, maybe because I know we don't have a whole lot of time, but maybe some of y'all's favorite new launches this year, or just some things
Yep.
you just want to make sure we hit on.
Yeah. So, so the Saber line, we kept it under wraps all year. So, the goal is, as a company, we've always been known as being able to build the gun for the common man, get as many into mass production as possible. Well, everyone, always talks about, oh, well, they don't use this part from this company, like their parts are junk. Da, 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 da. So I was like, okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to partner with some of these other companies. We're going to put it in a package and we're going to give it to the customer for under $1,000. And that person that sells that same gun is selling it for twice as much. But we're going to make it affordable for the common man. But we're going to give everyone like, hey, okay, well, here we go. We're putting everything in a package and we're going to make it affordable for everybody, right? So we kept that under wraps. Now it's at SHOT Show. And plus, like I was telling you earlier on the AR-15 side, like everyone banks an AR-15. Right?
Mm-hmm.
2023 is going to be a tough year for the firearms industry. What are you going to do as a company that is going to differentiate you from everybody else? And I feel like the Saber line on the AR-15 side is going to help do that for us. We're still going to sell the shit out of $500, $600 ARs all day long, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine for a lot of people. But if someone wants a gun that's going to be, different rails, different unique designs, pin and weld, suppressor ready options, upgrades from out of the box, like throw an optic on it and run the fucking piss out of that gun, and you're going to build and you're going to love it. Right. Yep. And that's what we did with the Saber line. And I feel like that's going to be a huge thing. It's a huge hit for us right now. Like I have to wait multiple days before I can put stuff back in stock because I'm selling so much of it right now. Mm-hmm. And so, obviously the Washington State thing is helping, whatever, but it's a big deal. So that's really cool. I got a ton of new rails still coming that aren't even on the website yet. So we got a lot of stuff going on.
Well,
so that was, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Just a quick question. Like, so hold on. So just for clarity, is the Saber line the crinks, or is it just
that's the AR. So that's like our higher tier, mid tier ish AR line that we're doing.
Okay. Sorry.
And so it's like all new hand guards. It's got like microbest BCGs. We got billet ambidextrous uppers and lowers. We got all kinds of stuff. 13.7 pin and weld, suppressor ready mounts from the factory. Like we're about to have Surefire war comps pin and welded from the factory on a 14.5 arrow, Silencer Co ASRs, AAC muzzle brakes. Chemo mounts, muzzle brakes. We're going to give the customer the best thing out of the box. FN cold hammer forged barrels on a lot of these options, 10.5, 14.5s, 13.7 cold hammer forged barrels. We're doing a ton of Cerakotes. So if a customer wants to buy an FD gun that's Cerakoted, ready to go, well, we're going to offer to the customer out of the box, so they don't have to do anything.
Yeah,
like it's the whole goal is to try and keep it around $1,000. Now, some of the billets are a little bit more than 1,000 just because it's a billet receiver set, so it's more expensive to make, and that's just the reality of it. And then some of the rails, I'm a big quad rail guy, so I'm bringing quad rail backs. And everyone's like, oh, quad rails aren't going to do well. I'm like, they're the most popular ones we're selling.
They are selling like hotcakes.
We cannot keep them in stock. Like we are selling the shit out of quad rails, and it makes me so happy.
Honestly, you know what I do when I buy an M-Lock handguard? I put pick rails on it. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we got a ton of cool options on there, and like these rails are only going to be offered on the Saber line. So it's a PSA brand, right? So it's not like its own company or anything like that. It's a PSA brand. It's still going to be in our production, still going to do things. It's just going to be built off to the side in a separate line, and we're going to be just building cool shit with our homies.
Yeah.
And so, but that's launched already. That launched in February, so that's out.
And I
One of the
apologize. I should have known that, by the way. I
You're
apologize.
good. You're good. So, and then one of the other things that like I really love is the 300 blackout AKs. I'm a big suppressor guy. I'm pretty like I don't want to say I'm bougie, but I'm kind of bougie. I don't shoot unsuppressed. Like that's
Uh,
all I do. Like
I
I don't
feel
want
you.
to shoot a gun if it's not suppressed.
Yeah.
And so we see what's happening on the AK market for ammo, right? So that's why our ammo sister company AAC is tooling up to do steel case 7.62 by 39, 5.45 by 39, and 7.62 by 54R. Like that is why they are tooling up to do that. But in the meantime, what are we going to do to still have the availability for customers for AKs, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to try and do a lot of 5.56 American caliber, 300 blackout American caliber. So again, we have some 300 blackout AKs that will be coming with adjustable gas blocks. We'll have 300 blackout shorties. Yeah, I mean, it's all kinds of stuff.
Big Fish is asking, and he's part of the Tactical Turkeys. They're a great channel too. Shout out to you guys in your channel. He's asking, are they ambi lowers?
So the billet sets are ambidextrous bolt release lowers. Every single one of our, we have two lines, a forged and a billet. Every single one of them will have like ambi charging handles and ambi safeties, but the only one with the true like ambi mag release and ambi bolt release will be the billets. But we will not be selling just the billet lowers by themselves, just because in the past, years ago, we used to sell billets and customers would be like, oh, well, my billet lower doesn't mate up correctly with my mil spec upper. So we're only going to be selling those as sets.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
I see a lot of people asking about the crink.
Yeah, I know that's a big one. And I did, just to throw this out there, Fall Hard, I'm sure, do you guys have any plans to do cans in the future?
Well, we own one of our like AAC ammunition, America's Ammunition Company. That's one of our sister companies. Also, AAC Suppressors.
Yeah.
They're another PSA sister company. So we do JJ Capital, which is it's James and then the two guys who bought out my shares, Julian and Ed. That it's PSA, AAC. We're all sister companies, but we do own AAC suppressors.
So that actually was my first rifle can, the AAC SDN6, the 30 cal can.
Yeah,
love that thing. It's awesome. It's a tank. So I guess the answer is yes, but not like directly be through them.
Yeah, maybe? It's not PSA brand. It's AAC brand. So I mean, they revitalize a lot of stuff on that company. I mean, there's a lot of new cans, new mounts, all kinds of stuff.
And they do, as far as people ask a lot of times, as far as the Legacy series, they do service the Legacy series. So, I mean, there is a fee for the service because a lot of the stuff that's coming out is new technology. But if you do contact AAC, you got an issue with, I know somebody had an issue with an old can. For a fee, they do service of the old stuff. So that comes up a lot.
Yeah. Now, I will let you know, you do have a stalker in the audience. Flying Rich. Says just
hey, Rich.
Friday.
Yeah, he'll be at the gathering.
I actually personally won't be able to go. I apologize.
Yeah, that's all right. It's going to be a good time. We got like 20 shooting bays, two companies per bay, live fire. It's, you go to the regular Joe Schmogos NRA. It's cool. Like, hey, guns are on a wall, but if you come to our event, you get to shoot the guns.
Yeah.
So we've got everybody from Glock to HK, Smith & Wesson. They're all going to be there. And we even Benelli and all them, all their different sister companies, just shooting shotgun, shooting skeet, having fun, but all kinds of good stuff. And then we have a vendor area where smaller companies come and you can talk to them and stuff. But it's a lot of fun.
Now I will say something you hit on, Cameron, was the AKs in 300 blackout. So I and I probably sunk like over $2,500 into this thing. It is an Arsenal SLR 106 UR SBR. So it's a Crink in
Yeah.
556,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And I saw, and this was like, oh, this is like pre-internet craziness of the world. I saw on a forum that a dude converted one of those, still 8.3-inch barrel
Yep.
SBR. Dude converted one into 300 blackout and was running it suppressed, and I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, like, that would be so cool. Is that something you guys are
Yeah, so
planning on
we
doing?
have I mean, I can send you a video of it, but I have I have like a fully functioning 10, I think it's like 10.2 maybe. It looks just like our AKV, but it's a 10-inch, so it's a 10-inch barrel. It has our AKV front sight on it, but it's a 300 blackout. Now, it's not an adjustable gas block because we don't have an adjustable combo block on any of our AKs yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it has like 1/2 by 28 threads. So, I mean, if you have a chemo mount, you can throw it on there and, shoot the shit out of it. I mean, it's fun. The problem is on AK for a 300 blackout, they are so gassy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking like when we were testing the one gun, I think we have one of them up to like 9,800 rounds right now. And like we had to wear a gas mask indoors because it was like
Wow.
yeah, I mean, it's that gassy. I mean, especially shooting it suppressed. I mean, like there's so much gas that just comes back into you. Now
Yeah.
outside, it's like fine, right? But like when you're in there and you're like literally like trying to melt a gun and you're shooting, 30 mags at a time, like in a row nonstop, like yeah, it's a little bit unbearing.
Yeah, even when so I have an AK that I suppress too. It's just a 7.62 by 39 AK.
Yeah,
And I swear to God, like after I just dump a mag through it, I have like a layer of carbon like on my
yeah,
teeth. Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
could taste it. It's
Yeah.
which, in a crazy way I don't mind so
Yeah, so
much.
one of the things we're doing on a 300 blackout, so on our AKV, we have like a rubber buffer on the back of the recoil base. We're putting it on those guns, not because the guns are so overgassed and they're going to beat the shit out of itself, but
Mhm.
because it stops the gas from coming out the dust cover in your
Yeah.
face.
Right.
It blocks it from coming out around the recoil base.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, Josiah, the micro dagger. Tell me anything about the micro dagger. A bedtime story, good news, anything. When is it going to be out? When is it going to be available?
Good question. I know that coming in the near, I don't know how near exactly, but it shouldn't be too much longer. Will be slides coming out, and then after that will be the dagger, micro dagger itself. Can't give out any dates, time frames, but
Okay.
it's not like the PSA 5.
Yeah.
It is happening.
Yeah, everything
is
that's
actively-
at SHOT Show, everything that was announced at SHOT Show is gonna happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
but just like the crank is being worked on right now. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
So I'll
the
probably
crank-
be alive when.
Yeah, so the crink,
Okay.
the crink is probably best case scenario. We had a couple setbacks. Is probably June.
Don't say what year. Just say June.
No,
Because
yeah. I mean, I'm hoping this. No, it should be. I'm hoping by this June. So we had some back and forth, going back and forth with the casting house on the handguard retainers and some stuff, and so it's got a little delayed.
Yeah, gotcha. Now the micro dagger, you said first you'll put out some slides, just slides first.
That is correct. Yep, we're gonna put out some slides.
Interesting. Okay, and then like full complete micro daggers after that.
Correct. Yep.
Now the micro dagger, are they compatible with the S15 Shield magazines, or can they only be used with the proprietary 15+1 PSA mags?
To be honest with you, I don't know 100% on that one. I just know that we're making our own magazine. It's going to be a 15 round capacity magazine that fits in that. But I don't know as far as compatibility there. But I know we're putting out our own 15 round magazine that's going to be extremely affordable, and you won't have to change out what it is. Cameron, what do you have to change out with Shield arms?
The
Mags.
mag catch.
The mag catch, yeah, you won't have to change that out.
Okay.
But those 15 round mags are coming as well.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. I was just curious because I like Cameron, I carry a 43X, and I would love to, really what I want to do is I was considering doing this with a dagger. When I saw the micro dagger, I was like, oh my god, I'm in love. This is because I have a 43X, a 48, and a 43, but 43 just kind of sits in the safe. But I would love to get one of those and just shoot like the ever living dog shit out of it until failure, if it does, put it in the dishwasher, just like beat the hell out of it until it stops working. And you know being able to have cross compatibility with magazines of the 43X, the 48, that'd be cool. But I'm not too picky. Now I'm sorry, the micro dagger, that, do you know what the slide cut is? Is that a RMSC cut, or do you know what size the red dot?
There's I don't know off the top of my head, to be honest with you. But I know that there's going to be multiple different options of slides I think on the release, there'll be multiple different options.
Nice. Okay, cool. Now, Fish is asking, let's talk Jackal. Me and my boys were curious if the bolt is full auto capable.
No, it's not. I believe it'll work with binary triggers, but it is not full auto capable.
Okay, all right. So for all you guys out there that, like, if you're an SOT, 07, 02, whatever you do, yeah, good question. Because
you can make anything capable with a Dremel, though.
Valid.
Yeah, and just follow all the local, federal, and state laws, rules, regulations, restrictions, sanctions, all that stuff, and ordinances. Somebody told me to say that too. Ordinances. Just don't break the laws, guys.
But if you pop it in auto sear, if you got an auto sear, it's not gonna just automatically run.
Gotcha. Now, FAL magazines. Someone asked about FAL magazines. Do you guys have any plans to do anything in house?
Nope.
What about FAL rifles? Anything?
I mean, there's whiteboards throughout the company that my brother writes ideas on, so I'm sure it's probably on an idea board somewhere for years and years and years out. That's a thought, but no, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it would happen in the next 2 years. I mean, our focus right now, especially on this side of what I deal with is the rifle side, is the Crink and RPK, and then going into 2024, we got some really cool stuff.
Nice. Now, I saw when I was looking at the Crink, I saw that because I know you guys said you kind of worked with some other companies. I saw that the furniture looked like it was like KVAR USA Arsenal kind of style. Are you guys doing that stuff in house? Are you getting those from someone else? Or
we will have our own polymer color furniture, and we will have our own wood furniture.
So you guys will be able to do plum and all sorts of crazy
stuff. Yeah. So it'll be all the colors. Yep.
Dude, I love that. I'm a plum nut too. Plum, bananas, blue. I'm I'm all about that stuff. Okay, cool. What about any other highlight, something that out of 2023 that just blows you away? Is it the STG 44?
I mean, it's got to be. It's got to be. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be. I mean, that is probably early 2024, maybe late 2023, hopefully. So, I mean, that's not an easy gun to make, so, I mean, it's there's going to be some things that we're going to tweak and do things on. But yeah, so that is, just to give everyone some clarification. So that is going to be on our historic battlefield edition. Okay. That is not the only gun that is going to be in the historic battlefield edition.
I knew it.
So that is the start of the historic battlefield edition. But, we have a lot of ideas and plans for the historic battlefield edition that's going to just kind of keep going down its own trajectory and do its own things like that. That's just the starting point. And so we want to bring back a lot of cool, unique guns that, people brought back with them from overseas fighting wars and tell a story. We want to tell a story with what we're doing. We're not just, doing something, just for the fun of it. We want to, everything we do has a reasoning and a purpose behind it.
You can tell, like, when you see that thing and you handle it, it is like, oh my god. I mean, Hoffman, rest in peace, he had an STG 44, like a registered, I think it was a demo gun, but oh my god, I mean that thing was just like nuts. Like it's probably one of the most impressive firearms from that era, like individual, I guess, what do you call them, like just a rifle, not like a machine gun, like
Yeah.
a belt fit or anything, but it was way ahead of its time. It was just remarkable. And then when you get that chance to hold it, it's just like, holy shit, so much has gone into this. PSA making SVT 40. People are asking about SVTs, SVDs. So is there any plans for like a Dragon off or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that's going to be coming down the road.
Gotcha. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to filter through and ask questions as they come through. You guys are crazy. I told you guys days ago, prepare your questions. No, I'm kidding.
The rifle jackal, people are getting excited too. I know
Oh
that's
yeah.
in final testing right now. That's going to be coming out here in the near future. 13.7 pin and welded. I'm excited about that. I'm personally SBR in my poop fling and gremlin lower on a 8.5-inch 300 blackout, but I'm excited for the 13.7 rifle version.
Dude, that's awesome. Just the idea of the jackal, like when I first saw it, and granted it was a little while ago when I first saw it, I was like, I'm gonna get one. I need to get my hands on one. So and Hank, I saw his. I'm just blown away by it, and the ones I handled at SHOT Show, like grade A. I love it. The way that you guys designed it to be used with just any lower, right? It's no proprietary crazy shit. Very simple, and it's a cut above. And so many people are like, you know, looking at the pricing of PSA, right? You guys do that intentionally. I know we kind of hit on it, but remind everyone here. We got over 80 people in here. Remind everybody, why you guys do what you do. We'll close out here in a minute for you. Remind everybody why you do what you do. Have pricing where it is, and all that, and align that with the mission of the company.
Yeah, my brother's goal is to get a firearm into the hands of every citizen who wants one at an affordable price. There's a lot of folks out there who have to budget in order to buy a gun. They can't just go out and say, hey, I'm going to go buy XYZ gun. They got a budget $50 every 2 weeks or whatever it may be. My brother's goal is, hey, let's get it into their hands quicker. Or if they have a little bit in savings, they're like, you know what? I can buy a Dagger, an AR that's cheaper versus twice, 3, 4 times the price of another company, and it worked just as well. He wants to put it, common use ARs, pistols. That's his goal is to arm the citizenry at an affordable price.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I actually saw that on another show, and it just gave me so much more buy-in with PSA. So I so appreciate that, and I appreciate you guys. And one last quick question before we let you go is, people are asking about the MP5. Will that ever come to fruition? Or
that we never should have even talked about that. So basically, appreciate that. The money that would the making an All-American made PSA, the PSA 5, there would have been a lot of money that would have had to have been invested in engineering and machining and all that kind of stuff. All that was put into our AAC ammunition plant, and that's a lot of money. A lot of money. So that's where that money went to. And to be honest with you, we don't even talk about the PSA 5 or around the company. It's nowhere near. It's not in our line of sight. Yeah. So, and to touch base on what we're doing as well, we want to put firearms, affordable firearms or affordable quality firearms into the hands of every citizen. But also, as far as the whole brace bullshit, we've got a case in the 8th Circuit with Frack, we or one of the founders of Frack, along with it's industry partners who got together and filed a lawsuit. Ours is Frack is in the 8th Circuit. We believe we have a really good case, and there's another good case in the 5th Circuit with CMMG. So hoping for a stay, so both of those cases are being actively worked on. But ours is in the 8th Circuit with Frack, and the CMMG is in 5th. So we're putting a lot of money. I can't say how much, but it's a lot into fighting for this shenanigans and bullshit that this administration is trying to push through.
Well, I got to say, I would much rather have you guys doing that than building some MP5s, because I bought an AP5 from you guys. All right, I actually, me, Rich, and Crump, we all bought one at like the same time. So I'll take that and allow you guys to use those funds to fight for our natural rights. I'll take it. I'll take it. Now, I know, Cameron, I know you got to run, and I want to respect y'all's time.
Sorry, sick kids.
Yeah,
got dad duty. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good, dude. I so appreciate both of you coming on, and for everyone out there, for all the viewers, what I'll probably do is cut with them, and then instead of just continuing this stream on, what I'll do is I'll come back on. So for everyone out there, I appreciate all you guys tuning in. Cameron, Josiah, both of you guys, it was awesome. This was a great chat, and really quickly, I'll end. You know what? Even though I'm coming back on, I'll end the stream as I end every other stream. But before I do, any closing words, any dad advice, any anything at all you want to share?
The biggest thing for me, we appreciate all of our customers. We appreciate the comments here. We love doing this, touching base with everybody here. Our goals at PSA is to build freedom every day, and we're never going to stop doing that. So we appreciate the support in the community. We appreciate, the customers, and, we're striving to get better every single day, and we're kind of trying to just keep building cool shit with our homies.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Anything you want to add, Josiah?
No, that sums it up. And if ever you need any help with anything, I'm going to touch base back on small company philosophy as far as social media. If you guys need help, Cameron is always on Facebook. I'm always on AR15.com. It's a love-hate relationship. I love AR15.com. If ever you guys need help, feel free to reach out to us.
Yep,
awesome.
Absolutely.
Do you guys want to share really quickly where anyone can find you? Instagram? Facebook?
Yeah, so I'm on, it's just my full name, Cameron Tapler. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter. I'm everywhere commenting, everywhere. So if you guys need something, don't be afraid to reach out. If you see something somewhere having an issue with something, tag me in it. I'll jump in and help out.
Awesome. And Josiah, where can people find you?
So if you're on AR15.com, I'm Palmetto State Armory. I'm on there every day. And I give out my email address. You need help with something? Just Josiah at PalmettoStateArmory.com.
Nice. Awesome, man. So I'll go ahead and close it out with the rules. We always talk about this, guys, which is rule number 1 is to be kind, right? It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief interaction that you have with somebody could just have a huge impact on their life. Rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. Like when you bless others, you become blessed. That's just the way the world works. And then number 3, because we know the only way to fight evil is with good men and women skilled in violence. So make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. PSA, you guys are awesome. Josiah, Cameron, love you guys, love the company, and all you guys that tuned in, thank you. And leave a comment after this publishes, because I use that for giveaways and stuff. So, and if you guys want, if you can, stick around just for a quick second. And Cameron, if you got to run, I totally get it. You got to say kid.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Thanks.
You're good.
Appreciate
man.
you.
I'll see you guys.
Thanks,
Thank you all
guys.
so much. Take care.